Hello everybody and welcome! Eric and I are here talking about some more custom cards designed by the GOT and the DT with all relevant information that you can find down in the description. If you missed the previous videos, these are custom expansions designed by the GOT and the DT to further the game as well as tournaments and other exciting cool things. Once we go through all of these expansions, going through them, Eric and I are going to be playing some decks built by, designed by this committee, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, and we're going to kind of talk about it with the limited knowledge we have, but as I said, there's a link to their website, their Discord, as well as a link to help donate to help them pay for artists, because this is a non-profit group. All right, why don't we just dive in?
Yeah.
We're starting with Sir Richard Horp. This is a 6-cost character, a knight and R'hllor from House Baratheon. Oh, by the way, there's a lot of cards in this expansion, so buckle up. Sword and a crown, 5 strength, renown. He gets +1 strength for each power he has, and then action, move 1 power from a card you control to another card in play. Limit once per round.
This is disgusting. I love this card. I love playing around characters that have renown, even though I'm very bad at keeping them alive.
Yeah.
And everything he does is value, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, there's like very little that, like, he has the thing that you want, 6 cost, big, right?
Yeah.
Big guy, and he's going to get bigger, right? So his strength is going to continue to go up as the game goes. But what he also does is he can move power around, which probably has something that is, like, there's an applicable use to that. But what it also does is it interests me, because it makes me think, what can I do with this power? Right?
100%. And it's nice because it means that he can boost himself up.
Exactly,
He can take power from other cards, or in the event that you are concerned that he is a target, you can start removing power from him.
Yeah. One thing is that it always blows my mind in this game is just how hard it is to, like, unless like you're really on the back foot, at least in the games we've played, to kill a 6-cost character. Yeah. But it is nice to have those buttons. But I do, like you said, like moving power from another card to him is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Next one we got here is Sell Sales. This is a 2-cost. It's a character?
It's a character.
It's a character. It looks like a boat. I assume it's the person on the boat.
Just that one person right up on the top there.
Yeah, so it's a Baratheon. It's a 2-power, 2-cost. Sword and an Eye. It's an ally, mercenary, and smuggler. It has Bestow, 2, which means you can pay up to 2 gold when it enters play and put that much gold on it. Action, discard a gold from Sell Sales to choose and stand a smuggler or warship card. Limit once per phase.
I love this card.
Yeah, it's nice. It has, like, it's applicable uses that really... that's the second time I've said that today. Applicable uses.
That's our magic word for the day.
That's the magic word of the day. Sounds great.
That's the name of it. That'll be the subtitle of this.
Of this episode.
I like it. It's a 2 for 2.
Yeah.
With 2 icons, which is fine. I like that it's got the Bestow, and I especially like that it interacts with smugglers or warships. I feel like this is a card that I would actually put into non-Baratheon decks as well. Yeah,
because it's not neither, and same with Richard Horp was also not, what is that called, loyal?
Yeah.
Or something like that. But what it's he can also this guy character can also ready themselves as well. They can also stand themselves because it's a smuggler. So Sell Sales can also stand itself up, which is kind of neat.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a cool card. All right, next up we got an event. I love events. Dark and Full of Terrors. 2-cost event. It's a R'hllor card. This is a loyal House Baratheon. Play only if you control a R'hllor character. Action. Choose a kneeling character with strength 3 or lower and place it in the shadows with a shadow token on it. While this card is in the shadows, it gains shadow X, and X is its printed cost. So this is basically like a bounce effect, right?
Yeah.
However, you can also use it for your own cards if you have benefits where things come out of the shadows. But you can also just, like, neutralize something. Like, even just, like, looking at, like say just on the recent example of Sell Sales. Mm-hmm. Say your opponent plays a Sell Sales with 2 gold on it. You go, buy, and then they lose the gold, right?
Yeah.
It's a possible, like thing that's, like, not what you want to do with it, but, like, you could, as just an example, reset something your opponent did.
Well, and this could potentially do something against things like Milk of the Poppy and stuff like that, where you bounce your own card into the shadow, get rid of Milk of the Poppy, which is terminal.
Yep.
So it's a way to get rid of condition cards.
Hell yeah.
I think my only sadness about it is that it's strength 3 or lower. I mean, anything bigger would be too strong. Yeah. I really believe that, but... yeah, this is a good card, actually.
Yeah, especially if it has, like, enters play effects. And, I mean, also if it already is in a Shadows deck, and, because from, like, reading this is that no matter what, you can play the character out of the shadows.
Exactly.
But if they have shadows, then like they also could just be used up for those effects. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I forgot this one's the big one. No Song So Sweet. This is an event from House Baratheon. Action. During a crown challenge, choose a standing Baratheon character you control and have it participate in the challenge on your side. Reaction. After you play a song event, pay 1 gold to return No Song So Sweet from your discard pile to your hand.
This is bonkers. This is a bonkers card.
Yeah.
To me. If this makes any song event that much better, and the ability to put people into challenges with events, to me, is bonkers.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's like last minute, keeping all your resources for the very last minute to put it into play and have the action come from it. I agree. I think it seems really good.
Yeah, I really like this card.
And if they participate in the challenge, I assume... I actually have to look up the rules. I'm actually going to grab the rules right now from this closet.
Hello. It's just me now.
Because I'm curious.
Can they participate if they don't have the right icons, is what you're thinking?
No. It's not that. It's... Declares attackers. I'm just looking at when the resolution is.
Ah, yes. That is absolutely the important part of this.
Because, like, my thought is that, like... Because in Legend of the Five Rings, they exhaust at the end of the challenge. And it's been a while since I played, so I'm just looking at this. So when a challenge... So announces the type of challenge, announces the opponent, and you kneel the character on this. So I think it's participating. I don't think they actually kneel when they are played by this card.
That makes this even more sick as a card.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. Yeah, I could build an entire deck around this.
Yeah, I could be wrong, just on my quick little Google, my physical Google searching there. But yeah, no, that seems cool.
Google was down today, so
Yes.
we're a little obsessed.
All right, set down our deeds. This is a 0-cost event. It's a Loyal Baratheon card. Action. Kneel your faction card, discard up to 3 power from a card you own. Draw 2 cards for each power discarded this way. That's a good, card draw is interesting in this game, right? Because card draw I've found is never difficult. But if you are ever out of resources, like if you're ever out of cards, you feel it a lot in this game. So, is it worth it? Probably, right?
Could I do this event in response to a character needing to be sacrificed?
No, because it is not a response, it's an action.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I could still see a lot of I could still see a lot of value in getting renown on a smaller character, knowing that you're not necessarily going to keep that character and turning it into advantage if you know you're going to lose that renown.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think this is good.
And I mean, the rate is realistically, I'd probably want to discard 2 power for this, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're getting 1 card, but I think like a 3 card up is probably the best, like the floor for this card, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I do know that Baratheons earn power pretty easily, right? So this probably is just a little bit... It just seems weird for me that you want to give up winning to get more winning.
I just actually thought about this, which is multiplayer. This is also a great way to take yourself down out of the lead on the scoreboard.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
While still being in a strong position and strengthen a good place.
I think that's a good read for it. The politics of multiplayer.
Yeah.
All right, we're on to the Greyjoys. We have Black Lauren. This is a 3-cost, 4-strength sword character. Ironborn Raider, not loyal. Bestow 1. After you win a challenge in which Black Lauren is attacking, discard 1 gold from an attacking Raider character to choose and kill a defending character.
I love this character.
Oh, choose and kill a defending character.
Yep.
Wild. So this does nothing when they defend with 1 character, and then they kill it during... So when is claims? Let's look at is there a little, in this one? Is there an actual thing for the breakdown? Military challenge. Because, like, if you win, so after you win a challenge in which it's, so military challenge, determine winner. That's a challenge as its strength attack. So I think then you will get they'll still lose 2, I think, because
Yeah.
someone can correct us, but it's after wins a challenge, one of the following claim effects occur. So I don't know if this happens before or after that, but like if it's after, they could just kill with their own. They could kill their only character they're defending with.
What I do like about it, though, is that this card is a bludgeon against the idea of stopping raids. So Black Lauren kind of encourages you not to defend against Black Lauren. But if Black Lauren and another raider character goes through, they might get a pillage effect.
Yeah.
And so I like how Black Lauren encourages you to at least defend with one character, even if the rule works that way. It's still going to potentially be it's ugly.
And I mean, like, it's gonna get 2 kills probably. And what it also does too is it's also from an attacking raider, not just Black Lauren. So Black Lauren is a 4-cost, comes in with a kill.
Yeah.
Right? But if any other raiders have gold on them, his ability can be used multiple times.
Yeah, and if you're doing big hits with raid to get pillage and you throw Black Lauren in, all Black Lauren is doing is Black Lauren is saying, you need to now defend to try and win.
Yeah.
We're actually doing this, and if I win, I get to make the pillage that much worse.
Yeah, no, it's spicy. Especially because it's not limit. So, like, if you have a lot of gold somehow, it's interesting. I don't know how viable it is, but that does sound fun. All right, we got Sea Song. This is a location. It's House Harlaw and a warship. It's a loyal Greyjoy card, 2 cost. While you control the reader, he gains insight. So insight is if they're in a successful challenge, you draw a card. Reaction: after one or more cards are discarded for reserve, either draw 1 card or gain 1 power for your faction. Limit twice per round. That's really cool. So reserve is when your hand is checked for hand size at the end of the round. So this turns your excess cards into like, power or more cards.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like that it's not contingent on having the reader for both effects. That actually makes it very flexible. But I do wonder, how often are you going to get to a place where you're discarding for reserve? And drawing a card or gaining a power is going to up to twice, be to your benefit.
I mean, like, I think it could be interesting because I imagine, I don't know a lot of the plots, but I imagine a lot of the plots with low reserve value have stronger effects.
That's true.
Right? So then you can just trigger it and...
I mean, I love cards like this too, because this very much reminds me of, MTG's black plays of, like, finding ways to hurt yourself to gain benefit.
Yeah,
so
agreed.
I'm in favor of this card.
Always interesting. All right, we got Salt Cliff. It's the Iron Islands location. 1 cost, non-loyal Greyjoy. Action: kneel Salt Cliff to move 1 gold from a treasury on a card in play to a raider character without gold. Yeah, that's good. That feeds the...
Our friend Black Lauren,
from the treasury, too, so...
I find that especially spicy.
Because that's like the gold pile, right? Like, that's the token pile.
Which also means that if you leave at least 1 gold behind, you can always feed it onto something else for some other benefit within your army, and it's a way to almost save gold between rounds.
Oh, no, but the treasury is actually the pile of gold.
Yeah.
It's not your own gold. It's always there.
Oh!
Because the gold pool is your gold pool. Treasury is where you return the gold.
Oh, that's even spicier.
To move 1 gold from the treasury to a card in play or to a raider character without gold. So there are, like, limitations on it, right? But the treasury or a card from 1 treasury or a card in play. I could be wrong with that, but it says move from your gold pile to
And
the
a card in play means you can take away from other bestowed characters on the other person's side.
Oh, because you're stealing, because you're a pirate.
Yeah.
You're a pirate.
And that's a strong effect. That could really hurt other decks that are playing around bestow.
Yeah, no, it's a cool card.
That's smart.
And it works obviously really well with Black Lauren over there.
Yeah.
Because you can put gold on other raiders. It is unique, so you only get 1 in play, which is probably good.
I mean, yeah.
All right. 1 cost Greyjoy event, though all men do despise us. Reaction: after no defenders are declared, each attacking raider gains 1 power, max once per challenge. This goes like what we were saying earlier. This card just seems good in a raider deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This card is just punishing.
Yeah, because like this, now if you're good at the game, which I don't think either of us are great at the game, but you're now thinking you're going against a Greyjoy attack with 4 raiders, and you're like, can I put 4 power on the board for their side? Probably not. You need to think about that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a cool card. Seems good, though.
Yeah.
No Godless Man. This is a zero-cost event. Drown God, Loyal Greyjoy. Reaction. After you win a crown challenge in which you control a participating Drown God character, for every 5 strength by which you won the challenge, draw 1 card and discard a card at random from the losing opponent's hand. So this basically gives it the eyeball, right, if you succeed by enough. I think the card is fine. It doesn't really interest me too much, but I also, like, I'd probably run this, like, probably as a 1 of, or like a 2 of, maybe, in my deck that I'm playing, because it does give you... So, Drown Gods have a lot of potential strength that they can build up. They also will go for crown challenges a lot, and your opponent probably won't defend them too much. Like, if I did a big swing with, like, 20 power, you would probably be like, I'm going to just defend with this camel to make it defended, right?
Yeah.
And then I would get to draw 3 cards or discard 3 cards from your hand. You know what? No, I actually think it does have a place, now that I think about it a bit more.
No, it's only draw 1 card and discard 1 card at random from the losing opponent's hand.
But for every 5 strength by which you win the challenge. So if I win by 15,
yeah.
it turns into 3.
Yeah,
right?
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a value to that. I see
Yeah.
it doesn't excite me though, because it also allows the opponent to draw cards. And if they're not willing to fight me in a circumstance, even if they've got cards in hand, up to 3 cards in hand,
Yeah.
and then I'm causing them to discard those cards and draw 3 new cards, I almost feel like I'm potentially giving tempo to my opponent. Potentially.
No, so it actually does even more. So for every card you discard, I draw a card.
Oh, this
Yeah.
isn't both happening
No.
to the... Oh,
So, yeah. Now that changes it. No, that changes it.
That makes
yeah.
it really good. Never mind. I like this card now.
It is like a control card.
Yes.
And I don't think control cards like this are particularly... Because, like, I think this is very possible to play around, right? And you need to, like, get, like, 2 for it to be playable, I think. And your opponent could potentially just make you, like, not get it. But I think the power for it is very compelling.
No, and understanding that better, I was like, so basically, if my opponent has 3 cards in hand and they're not doing
They
well,
draw and then...
and they get, I'm gonna get rid of the cards they didn't play and then just give them 3 more. That sounds bad.
I get you. All right, then we're on to the Lannisters. So this is Sir Lancel Lannister, a 4-cost non-loyal Lannister card. 3 strength, sword, and a crown. Knight and the 7. Power on Lord or Lady characters do not count towards their controller's power total. Already, that's a very interesting line of text. Action, kneel Sir Lannister to put warrior sons into play from your hand or discard pile.
We don't know what that is.
We don't know what that is. Let's quickly go over here. Warrior
Yeah.
sons? Is that what it's called?
It said Warrior Sons.
Search warrior. Warriors, sons. So it's a 7 card, 5 cost, 5 power, sword, crown, army of the 7, neutral, no attachments. After an opponent plays an event during a challenge in which Warrior Sons is participating, move 1 power from that opponent's faction cards to Warrior Sons.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This card seems quite strong.
Yeah.
Notably, though, he does have the 3 strength number.
Yes.
Which means that there's a lot of ways to deal with him.
And you're gonna want to.
However, like, he doesn't really do anything on, like, his... Like, basically, as soon as he puts a Warrior Sons into play, the card's got its value.
Exactly.
Right? I love the top text, though. Mm-hmm. I think Sir Lancel is a very compelling character. And the Warrior Sons also obviously seem kind of sick.
Yeah.
Notably, though, they do nothing. Like, this guy does very little if you don't have one in your hand or discard pile.
100%. And if the other person isn't playing Lord or Lady characters,
He's kind
you're paying 4 for 3.
Yeah, I mean, like, his numbers aren't bad.
No.
Like, but, like, he doesn't do anything, so, yeah. No, I think that makes it a little bit less overwhelming than the card reads, where, like, the Magic Christmas Land, where everything works, you know?
But I do also like that it's from discard pile as well.
Yes, that's really cool.
Really, I would play a deck built around him just to see what I could pull off.
Hell yeah. I mean, 7 deck has been very interesting to me to try out. Now, we got Bronn. He is a mercenary. He's a knight mercenary, 2 costs, 0 strength, Lannister. Has a sword and an eye. Bestow 3, no attachments except weapon. He gets +2 strength for each gold he has. Classic.
Yep.
Interrupt. When a Lord or Lady character would be killed, discard each gold from Bronn cannot be 0 to save it. Then if that character was Tyrion Lannister, you may return Bronn to your hand. This is a flavor win, like with what we know about what happens in the books.
Yeah.
Also, like, he's a mercenary. He's not going to do anything unless you pay for him. You pay 5. He's a 6 strength eyeball crown, so, like, that's above our curve that we
Yep.
have in our heads. And being able to save a character, like a lord or lady, is really good. And then returning it to your hand, if it's Tyrion Lannister, sounds like a downside, but it allows you to just refill Bronn's pockets again, which
I
is
agree.
a good... Card's just great. Card seems good. Card seems fun and flavorful.
He's also not loyal,
Yep.
which means I can throw him in all those decks that are stealing gold all over the place and slap more gold on Bronn.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Mountains Man. That is an apostrophe, so this is a man that is owned by the mountain. This is a 0-cost attachment. Loyal Lannister, House Clegane, Lannister character only. Attached character gains the House Clegane trait. Reaction. After attached character discards a card using pillage, choose and kneel a card with a lower printed cost than that card's. That seems fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot of potential to absolutely disrupt your opponent. Yeah, I think the card's just like a nice card.
Yep, I like it. I like everything about it. I think it's reasonably priced, too.
I like the art as well.
Yeah.
All right. A lion still has claws, in quotes. This is an X-cost event. It's a loyal Lannister. It's a song. Reduce the cost to play a lion still has claws by 1 for each scheme plot card revealed. Reaction. After you win an eyeball challenge by 5 or more strength, choose a trait. Return each card with that trait and printed cost X or lower to its owner's hand. That is a strong card.
Wow. Yeah.
I think that, like, things need to go very well for it to hit, like, perfectly, right? But there's a lot of potential disruption that this card can bring.
I mean, I'll be honest. I would play this card for 5 gold.
Yeah. I mean, I'd play it for 6 if it bounces like a powered up thing, right? And my trait is, you know, like House Umber, right?
Yeah, or Raider.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, even like a 3-cost, play this for 3, bounce every Raider on your opponent's side. Like, there's a lot of power there.
yeah, and then forcing them to discard and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot you could do with this.
Yeah, it's a cool card. I think it's
Yeah.
very strong. Very strong. And also, Lannisters just make money. So they can get to 6. But they also then, once again, they need to get through the hoop of completing an eye test by 5.
It's absolutely true.
Which is doable. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. All right, we got Burning Bright. This is a 2-cost Lannister event. Action, put an army or knight character into play from your discard pile. At the end of the phase that card is still in play. Discard it from play. Cannot be saved.
That's good.
Yeah, it's basically just like a sneak attack from Magic the Gathering, right?
Yeah.
Where it's an action, so you can also surprise people in the challenge phase. Mm-hmm. Nothing too flashy that I can think of with my knowledge of the game, but just still bringing like a 7-power thing in is very nice.
Exactly.
It's also not loyal.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun you could have with things entering the battlefield and having an effect then.
Yep. All right, we're on to House Martell. This is a 6-cost. This is Anders Euronwood.
Ironwood.
Ironwood. Ooh, that's a Y, Eric. That's a Y. How does the English language work? I mean, I've been on this planet for 33 years, and I just learned something today. That's like when I saw the word jail, but spelt G-A-O-L or something like that. Or like G-O-A-L is like, goal? Goal? No, it's jail.
It's jail.
Yeah. It's G-A-O-L, right? That's the...
G-A-O-L, yeah, the Gowl.
The good old jail.
The good old jowl.
All right, so yeah, Anders Ironwood. That's fictional. 6 cost, 6 strength, 2 symbols, crown and sword. Intimidate, which means basically you have to win a challenge. You get to like kneel a character whose strength is equal to or lower than the amount you wish you win by. While you're not the first player, each House Ironwood character you...
It's killed you. It's killed you.
Well, I felt something come up there. House Ironwood character you control does not kneel when declared as an attacker in the first challenge you initiate each phase. So when you're not the first player, that's good. That's a good card.
This is a great for that classic Martell deck that I built, which is just I always want to play second. This is great.
Can you think of any House Euronwood characters that are notable, or is that just like them building on one of the traits?
I think that's I can't remember any Euronwood characters.
What about Ironwood then?
Ironwood, I think, might have a couple of good cards for this.
Yeah. Seems cool though.
But I mean, a 6 for 6, being able to just play that dude and have him not kneel is great.
Yeah. No. Even like if you don't have much else, just him being able to do 2 challenges with this guy is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even without anything else. All right, we got Edric Dane. He's a 4-cost, 3 strength, non-loyal Martell character. He has sword and crown, and he's from the Brotherhood, House Dane, and a Lord. Reaction: after a non-loyal character enters your discard pile, place it in the shadows without that card gaining the shadow keyword. Limit once per round. Interesting. So, that is obviously good with cards with shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't like. I like this because it's like you don't get to just play it. You don't get to like play the character again.
Yeah.
But as soon as you have anything that cares about shadow, this goes up in value.
Yeah.
It's also a way for you to, I don't know, thin your deck out so when you lose because you don't draw cards, you're like, I did it.
It is interesting. I think it is good that it does limit it to not give them the shadow keyword.
Yes.
But yes, I think this definitely is. It wants to be in a shadows deck.
Yeah, and like, because this guy's also non-loyal and he cares about non-loyal cards. This card is just in a deck where you like put things into the shadows. Like every card in your deck is a non-loyal shadow with a few other uniques that are, and then this like it's just like value on value. All right, Sword of the Morning, 3-cost attachment. It's a loyal Martell card. It's a title, unique Martell character or House Dane character only. While attached character is attacking, it gets +1 strength for each defending character. Reaction: after attached character is declared as an attacker, choose out of 3 characters controlled by the defending player. Each of those 3 characters must be declared as a defender for this challenge if able. That's a good card.
That's such a fucking good card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it completely disrupts your opponent's plan.
Yeah.
And if you lose, you're like, by the way, here is your punishment for me losing a challenge.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is exactly.
This lets you go first.
This lets you go first.
Yeah.
So this lets you go first. It lets you knock 3 people into kneeling right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then you just fucking you forfeit that first challenge, get a benefit off of it, and then attack twice more.
Yeah, no, this card is like what I think of when I see like the oppressive Game of Thrones cards. This is one of them.
This is 100% oppressive.
Yeah, it's a good card. Yeah, that's spicy. Sorry, this side. All right, we got Elia's Lance. This is a 1-cost weapon. It's an attachment. It's unique. Sand Snake character only, ambush 2. If attached character is Elia Sand, she gains stealth. Reaction: after the challenge in which the attached character is attacking, the winning opponent must choose and return a defending character to its owner's hand. It's good.
Yep.
It also can be bad if your opponents have things that get benefits when they enter play.
Yep.
But stealth is also a very strong keyword.
Ambush is good.
Ambush is good because you can surprise someone. It could be really good. Like, I think you only try to use this when they like defend with their big guy, you know? And you're like, here is my Jaime Lannister with 4 power. I'm going to defend. And then you're like, haha, stab him, and he goes back into the hand.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, I think at this point now, like, your opponent can play around this card pretty easily.
Agreed.
But you also could, like, if they have, like, 2 characters, and one is beneficial, you could just stealth past that character and then have them go against the other one.
Yeah, the stealth and the ambush are the 2 things I'm really actually excited about for this card.
Yeah.
The bottom effect is cool, but it's not what I'm playing for.
It's like a one-time gotcha, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Last Martell card. We have X cost event. We Guard the Way. It's a House Ironwood. Action: choose X characters with the Guard or House Ironwood trait. Until the end of the phase, each chosen character gains renown and does not kneel when declared as a defender.
This is a great card.
Yeah, and the build, it's very nice.
Yeah, I like this. I like that it's X for X. I like that they gain renown and they do not kneel when declared as a defender. This is great.
Yeah.
This is everything I want in a powerful event card when I need a big gotcha moment.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100%, but I think there's like an action window before defenders are declared, so they can make the attack and then you go, huzzah, I'm going to do this. Yeah, no, card seems sick. All right, on to the Night's Watch. We got Old Tattersalt. So once again, the Night's Watch and Stark are probably the 2 houses we know the least about.
Yes.
So we might not have too much to say about the next 10 cards. But Old Tattersalt is a 3-cost, 2-strength Night's Watch captain. Has an eye and a crown, and he also has Shadow. So he's Shadow 2. Reaction: after Old Tatterwatch enters play, search the top X cards of your deck for a card with a printed cost 1 or lower, reveal it and add it to your hand, shuffle your deck, and X is your reserve value. Action: kneel Blackbird to return Old Tattersalt to the shadows. So I assume Blackbird is another card that we do not have here. It's not one of these. Let me just look up the card, just so I can have like some context for what it is. But if there's one thing I know, Blackbird,
Blackbird.
it's a ship, Shadow 1. After it comes out of the shadows, choose and stand another Night's Watch location. Notably, it also gives +1 reserve value.
Yeah, I like this.
Which matters because this guy cares about you reveal X cards where X is your reserve value. One thing I know is that cards that let you look and find other cards are good.
Yeah.
Right? So I think this card I think it's very good. I think it's a very good card.
I could also, I mean, I'll be honest, I could see this as a way to hunt and pick for one point cards just to get them into my hand if I know I've got good events or good situations coming in. I could also use it as a way to get rid of those cards. If I'm looking for a big draw to play and I just pull all those cards into my hand as a way to get them out of the play.
Yeah. And notably also, like, this guy's going to want your reserve value to be good so you can use those cards. Yeah. Like, you just hold them until you need them. Seems good.
Yeah, I like
Seems good. All right, we got First Ranger. This is a unique Loyal Night's Watch attachment. 2 costs. It's a title. Unique character only. Attached character gains a sword icon and the Ranger trait. All this checks out so far because it is the First Ranger. Reaction. After you win a sword challenge in which you control a participating Ranger character, choose and kill a non-unique character with strength X or lower controlled by the losing opponent. X is the number of Ranger characters you control, limit once per phase. Yeah, good card. It can kill things, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're already having to win a fight challenge, so I think that's a pretty reasonable limit.
You also, notably, the character does not need to be participating.
Yeah.
So you can just, like, you are dead by the order of the First Ranger, right?
Yeah. And this does mean that you can at least kill a non-unique character that is only worth 1.
Yeah, on its own.
Which is all of those gold fixing characters.
Yeah, no, I think that's, Seems nice and also a little bit scary to see on the other side of the board, right? Hey, it's like the same thing. 2 cost, loyal attachment from the Night's Watch. It's unique. Lord Steward. Unique character only. Attached character gains the eyeball trait and the steward trait. Look at that. Reaction. After you win an eyeball challenge in which you control a participating steward character, choose a character with point cost X or lower controlled by the losing opponent. Take control of it until the end of the phase. X is the number of steward characters you control. That also is really good.
Oh, that's...
So notably, this is non-unique.
Yep.
So then they, like, you just are holding them hostage. And then they're like, I'm going to do a military challenge. And you're like, yes, please do.
Yeah.
And then you just kill that character. They're not going to do the military challenge. You basically stop the military challenge, right? Unless their claim is 2. That card seems... I like this card more than the other one.
I also like this card because it means that you might be able to steal someone's, like, cool kneel effect to cause an effect, or you've got a big scary knight character who fights best alone, so you just gloop him and then throw him out.
That's a fun card. All right, we got I Pledge My Life and Honor. This is a 1 cost event from the Night's Watch. A reaction. After you win a challenge, the defending player search the top 10 cards of your deck for a Night's Watch character and put into play. Shuffle your deck, then sacrifice a character that shares a trait with that character. Interesting.
That's interesting.
Card effects seem strong. Mm-hmm. And there is a lot of fodder. Isn't there that one guy from the last expansion we looked at that you said hated, who's just like a Night's Watch, who's like free but with no stats?
Yeah. You could just eat him.
Yeah, you could just eat him.
I mean, you could also just sacrifice somebody.
Yeah, you could just, like, sacrifice, somebody... Because, like, there's a lot of people that have, like... There's, like, 3 traits in this one.
Yeah.
Ranger, Steward, and Builder. So, like, you're going to get what you want.
And maybe you can even get an advantage off of it, too. Like, if you sacrifice somebody who has a sacrifice mechanic.
Yep.
Like, when this character dies, go to the moon.
Yeah. No, definitely. Best title?
Best title.
Corn. This is a 0 cost Loyal Night's Watch event. Interrupt. When the challenge phase ends, kneel a Raven or Steward character to choose an opponent who does not support you. And
in what sense?
In multiplayer.
Yes.
In multiplayer. But I do love it. It's really funny. That is a good line. Who does not support you in a challenge type that has not been initiated against you this phase, that player must satisfy the claim of that challenge type as if you were the winning opponent. That's a strong card.
Wow.
This is great for co-op.
Yeah.
Sorry, like for multiplayer. I want to play this card just because like it has a lot of stuff I like on it. Raven, corn.
Yeah.
My opponent's supporting me, or else they get punished.
I really love this card for a politics game, 100%.
Yeah.
Especially because you get to then say, you don't support me.
Yeah, no, it's great. That's
But
a
also
good
getting
card.
to satisfy,
Yeah, the claim of a challenge that has not been initiated against you.
yeah. Yeah, that's strong.
It's when the challenge phase ends, notably. So no, that's a cool card. I think that's very fun.
Yeah,
That's
I
very
think there's a
fun.
lot you can play around with that.
All right, we're on to House Stark. We got Farland. This is a 3-cost, non-loyal, 2-strength, eyeball ally from House Stark. Each unique direwolf character you control gains renown.
I was gonna make a bad joke. I was gonna be like, Justin, it's pronounced Yarlin.
Oh, that's funny. I would have been like, you would have got me, actually.
I believe it.
Reaction: after you marshal Farland, search your hand and deck and discard power for the wolf wood and put it, the wolf's wood and put it into play. Shuffle your deck. All right, let's
Don't
see
know
what
what the
that
wolf's
is.
wood is.
Each direwolf character in your hand gets ambush X. X that card's permanent cost. Very strong.
Yeah.
So obviously this character lives in a direwolf deck.
Yeah.
I think it's very good for that deck.
Absolutely.
I've only actually played a first edition direwolf deck, and I liked it. So I think I want to explore it again with this character.
Yeah, I mean he's got a effect that gives them renown, and he's got the wolf's wood effect that gives them ambush. Seems good.
Yeah, and then like if he dies, hopefully your direwolves have already got enough renown that they're not going to miss him.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we
I
got.
almost want him to be a location.
Well, he comes with a location.
It's true.
Yeah.
Farland, the location.
We got Reek. It rhymes with weak. This is a 3-cost companion House Bolden, eyeball and 1 strength. Shadow 2. If you control Theon Greyjoy, sacrifice Reek. That checks out.
Yep.
Reaction: after you win an unopposed challenge in which you control an attacking House Bolden character, give control of Reek to the losing opponent, then choose a non-loyal character controlled by that player and take control of it. You basically just swap them.
Yeah. I love that. This is a fun character. This is a fun character to have for Shadow. This is a fun character to have for just messing with people.
Yeah. Yeah, and it seems like, and I mean, like, if their opponent's the only way, unless they're somehow also House Bolton, is to win an unopposed challenge with Reek.
Yeah, from there on in, they're stuck with him.
I mean, like, it does give them, like, easy fodder,
Yeah.
right? Like, to kill on a military challenge.
Absolutely.
So, like, it's not, like, complete downside, but I mean, like, losing a character, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think this is a funny card. There's
Yeah.
a lot of setup you need to do to get him out, like to get it to work, but I think this is a real funny card.
Hell yeah. All right. We got our Blades Are Sharp. This is a 1-cost event. House Bolton, non-loyal Stark. While you control Harrenhal or the Dreadfort, reduce the cost to play our Blades Are Sharp by 1, so it becomes 0. Action: sacrifice a non-Stark character. Return up to 2 House Bolton cards from your discard pile and or dead pile to your hand. Seems good.
I like that.
Yeah, seems good.
I would pay 1 for that, absolutely.
Yeah, and when you pay 0, it's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much to say. Just graveyard recursion is always a good thing. All right, we got Family Duty and Honor. This is a 0-cost event. House Tully. Interrupt: when a House Tully character you control would leave play, discard 1 power from that character to save it. Yep, just
Yeah.
protection, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. Once again, not much. I mean, there's not much to say about that one that I don't even know who's a House Tully. You put a gun to my head and said, "Tell me a House Tully character." I'm gonna be like, maybe one of the Catelyn Starks.
It's in fact a Catelyn Stark, yes.
Here we stand. This is a loyal Stark event, House Mormont. Play only if you control a standing House Mormont character. It's 0-cost, by the way. Dominance action. Search the top 10 cards of your deck for any number of Bear Islands, Bearskin Cloak, and House Mormont cards. Reveal them and add them to your hand and shuffle your deck. This card seems to do a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's probably just like the puzzle piece you need to get like everything together.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look up Bear Island. After you marshal a loyal card, gain 1 gold. 3-cost. Okay, so like it's expensive to put out, but it puts you in your hand. And then what's the other one? Bearskin Cloak.
Yeah.
Touch character is +1 strength. The attached character is House Mormont and gains strength. Okay, so like the effects aren't crazy.
No, but it's also any House Mormont cards. Too.
Yes, which is nice.
So if you're in a House Mormont deck, you want to
you
run
can put your
this.
whole card into your whole deck into your hand, discard it to the reserve, and then be like,
What did I do?
yeah, I've become undone. Gads. All right, on to Targaryen. We have Golden Company. This is a 5 cost, 5 strength, Sword Crown, Army Mercenary, Bestow 1. I love Bestow. When it has more than 1 gold on it, it gains Renowned. 1 or more gold. Interrupt. When a mercenary character would be returned to your hand, discard 1 gold from Golden Company to save that character. Good card.
Yeah, good card.
Just a lot of good there.
I don't think that interrupt is going to come up hugely often unless recursion is becoming way more popular in this sets, but...
Yeah, because it's specifically like return to your hand.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But-
Not killed, not sacrificed, return to your hand.
But it's also an army/mercenary that doesn't have a restriction on weapon attachments.
That is true.
So I like this. It's also not unique. You can run
Yep.
several of these.
Yeah. They can save each other.
Yeah.
All right, we got Septa Lemore. This is a 2 cost, loyal Targaryen, 1 strength, eyeball and crown, companion the 7. While you control Aegon Targaryen, he gains insight. Interrupt. When Septa Lemore leaves play, choose a Targaryen character you control with shadow. Return that character to the shadows. Seems good.
Yep. I like it.
Once again, just like a there's a lot of this one's less from what I can tell from these cards. It's less here is the deck, it's more here are puzzle pieces to make your deck fit better.
Yeah, I think this is a lot of repairing some of the gaps. Like we talked about how some of these sets are all about making various options better.
Yeah.
Well, House Mormont just got huge fixes.
Yeah, huge support, yeah. This just seems like a lot of good support, 100%. All right. Our word is good as gold. 2 cost Targaryen event. Action. Switch top 10 cards of your deck for a mercenary character and put it into play. Shuffle your deck. At the end of the play phase, if that card is still in play, return it to your hand. Hey, do you know what that works really well with?
Golden Company.
Golden Company.
One other thing I will say, that just because some people watching this may not know, especially if you're coming over from Magic, the deck sizes tend to be a lot smaller, so searching the top 10 cards of your deck is actually a pretty big amount.
Yeah, I think most deck sizes actually are 60 like Magic.
Oh, really?
But because you're drawing 2 cards a turn,
Oh, yeah,
it
true,
does
true.
the decks do feel smaller.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
they go through faster.
10's a lot. That's a sixth
10's
of your
huge.
deck of
Yeah.
the starting one. You start with 7 in hand, so it's like a fifth of your deck almost.
Yeah.
All right, the dragon has 3 heads. Interesting. It's a prophecy. So 1 cost, loyal Targaryen event. Action. Until the end of the phase, each dragon character you control gains Intimidate if you control Drogon, Renown if you control Rhaegal, and Stealth if you control Viserion.
I'm winning, win bigger.
Yeah.
It's a win bigger card. I like those.
And once again, like, these are all just support to help make these things
Yeah.
better.
This just makes it more valuable to pay all that money to get all those dragons out.
Yeah, so like from what I can tell, if you were going to print one of these expansions, like only one, like to actually get printed, this one's probably a good one if you have a full actual collection.
Yeah.
All right, Beneath the Gold, the Bitter Steel. It's a 0 cost event. It's non-loyal. Challenges action. Choose a mercenary character with 1 or more gold until the end of the phase. It gains Renown and no attachments except item. If it has 3 or more gold, it gains Insight and Intimidate until the end of the phase.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
It's fine. It's more mercenary support, which is good.
Yeah.
I'd need to play a mercenary deck to see how often I can get that 3 gold.
Yeah. And you can put it on Braun. He's a mercenary, right?
It's true. Yeah, he is.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, that would make Braun a big Braun.
He has Insight and Intimidate.
Yeah.
6 Strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's 0 gold, so you're not paying anything to get this power out.
Yeah, you're just basically paying, like, the card.
Yeah.
All right. On to House Tyrell. Yes. Mina Redwine, a 5 cost loyal, House Redwine, and Lady. 3 strength, eyeball, and crown. Reaction. After the Queen of Thorns or a House Redwine character enters play under your control, your discard pile, draw a card once per phase. Yeah, just like, once again, this just is like a puzzle piece to make these things better, right?
Yeah. Also, it mentions Queen of Thorns, so I'm playing it.
Yeah, I mean, like, it seems good, like, just to turn your cards, like, because it's like, if she enters play or is killed or sent discarded, right, you get to replace it, which is nice. Limit once per phase, though. So you can't do it multiple times, but still, you really shouldn't need to do it too much.
No. You also really don't want to, like, card draw is powerful in this, but you can very easily ruin yourself with the reserve.
Yeah, it's true. All right, we got Sir
Giard.
So it's another I, huh? Sir Morrigan. This is a non-loyal, 4 strength, 3 cost, sword, icon, Kingsguard Knight, Rainbow Guard, bestow 1. Each Rainbow Guard character you control with 1 or more gold gains an eye icon, so this guy really has an eye if you pay 4 for it. Reaction: after a Summer Plot card is revealed, place 1 gold for the treasury on either a Knight character or each Rainbow Guard character you control. Seems good. Seems good.
Wow, yeah, this fills in potentially a huge flaw with your knights, which is that you don't have a lot of eyes.
Yeah,
Knights don't have eyes.
they don't. Yeah, no, this seems really fun for the Rainbow Guard deck.
Yep.
This character makes me interested because he like presents 3 types of building: Bestow, Rainbow Guard, and Summer. There's a lot of cool stuff there.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I really like this guy. And he also fits well into a standard just Summer and Night deck.
Yep.
Yep.
Behold our bounty. This is a 0-cost event. Reaction: after you win a challenge, return an attacking small council or spy character to your hand to raise the claim value on your reveal plot card by 1 until the end of the challenge. That's a strong effect. Anything that can increase claim is strong because your opponent's math is now gone. They lost that. They probably like either you beat them like whole-handedly or they were like, I can afford to lose this, and now the math has changed. And also like small councils or spy, I don't know any off the top of my head, but like they could have good enter the battlefield effects as well, potentially.
And I don't have a problem with recurring a card back to my hand in order to increase claim value. Claim value is big.
Yeah, especially like if you can find a cheap small council or spy character as well. Okay, first in battle. This is a 0-cost event, House Tarly. Play if you control 3 or more of the reach locations. Challenges action: each army or House Tarly character you control does not kneel when declared as an attacker in the first challenge you initiate this phase.
This is a very specific deck card, but this specific deck card is big.
Yeah. I mean, as we talked about, anytime you don't have to kneel to declare in a challenge, most armies have 2 icons as well. They usually, from what I can, they have like sword at least, and then crown probably, for a good chunk of them.
And speaking just from experience, House Tarly characters are good. They're expensive, so the more value I can get out of my expensive boys,
The better.
yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, our last Tyrell card is We Light the Way. It's loyal. It's a 0-cost event, House Hightower. Action: kneel a House Hightower or Old Town card to place a top card of your deck Place a top card of your deck in the shadows with a shadow token on it. While that card is in the shadows, it gains Shadow X. Its printed cost. Interesting.
That's a fun card.
It's very interesting, isn't it? I don't really know what to do with it, but it does seem like really fun.
It's basically an alternative way to gain additional draw without risking your.
Yeah, it is just additional draw.
It's just it's just safe draw.
It is. It's just card draw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Good card. All right, we're on to the neutrals. We got Lady Stoneheart. This is a 6-cost neutral, 3 strength. Eyeball and Crown, ally in the Brotherhood. It has Intimidate, which makes sense. Lady Stoneheart's very scary.
Yep.
Forced Interrupt. When the challenge phase ends, each player must choose and kill a loyal or House Frey character they control if able. Dominance action. Discard 1 Kiss token? Is that what it says?
It does.
Kiss token from a character or one power from a Brotherhood character to put Lady Stoneheart into play from your discard pile. All right. Let me look up the word kiss in this. Let's see if this works.
It's not gonna let you.
Oh no, it's just this keyboard's dying.
Oh.
Kiss. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah. Okay. So kiss tokens are a thing.
on Beric Dondarn, which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because and Lady Stoneheart, because like they are working together in the story.
And 1 power is not an unreasonable thing to angle for as well if you don't have the kiss tokens out.
She seems strong.
As a 6 for 3, she'd have to be, but that forced interrupt is like both thematic and brutal.
However, if you don't have a loyal or House Frey character in your deck, this is only going to hurt your opponents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if your deck is entirely not loyal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this card.
That's really cool. Yeah. This is like I want to build around this card.
Yeah, me too. Dang.
All right, we got Brave Companions. This is a 4-cost army mercenary, 3 strength, and a sword. Bestow 1 and pillage. Brave Companions +1 strength for each character you control with 1 or more gold. Reaction: after you marshal Brave Companion, search the top 10 cards of your deck for an army character, a commander character, and a mercenary character. Reveal them and add them to your hand and shuffle your deck. Yeah. Seems good.
Yep.
Right? Gets a lot of pieces, and then also, like, the strength on this guy can grow as the armies are paid.
Yeah, this can actually be a runaway card.
Yeah.
I really could see this, especially with all the bestow we're seeing. I could see this being a runaway neutral to put in.
Definitely. All right, we got Septon. This is a 4-cost character. Commander, Mercenary of the 7, 3 strength, eyeball, and crown. Bestow 2. Each unique character you control with 2 or more gold gains insight. Cool card.
Yep, I like it.
Just turn your cards better.
Yep, I like it.
Hell yeah.
Interestingly enough, he doesn't interact with himself, but...
Yeah. And notably, he is each unique character you control with 2 or more... No, he does.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Never mind, yeah.
But he does cost 6 to do that.
Yes.
But if you can put gold on in other ways, that's nice. He's also notably a mercenary. So, like,
that is nice.
He can be bought and found with that other card. All right, we have this guy who's literally a skeleton
Yep.
and has no traits. This is Kindly Man. It's a 3-cost Shadows character with Shadow 2. He has every symbol and Strength 2. Ambush 4. So this guy can do, like, whatever. He can show up however he wants. After Kindly Man stands, choose an agenda or card in play and either place a non-gold, non-power token of your choice on that card or discard a non-gold, non-power token from that card. Limit 3 times per round. Kisses?
Kisses.
More kisses.
More Kindly Man here to give you kisses. I love this card. I'm not going to lie. It's because he's a skeleton in a black robe.
Yeah.
But I also find it very interesting.
Yeah, I honestly don't even know what
Exactly. I don't understand him. I don't understand the game well enough to understand him, and I want to. The moment you put something like this in front of me, I'm just like, what do?
Yeah, and that's just even the skull part. Like, that's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
Just the skull face?
Yeah. No, that part makes me think kisses, too.
Yeah. Speaking of kisses, we got Shagwell. This is a 2-cost, 2-strength Fool Mercenary with an eyeball and a sword for its symbols. Bestow 1. While a character with 1 or more gold is a keyword, each Fool character with 1 or more gold gains that keyword. That seems cool.
That's fun. What I like about it, too, is that it technically means they all have bestow.
That is true, yeah, that is true.
Yeah. No, that's fun. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because bestow is a keyword. Remember, we looked that up last time.
We did.
Wow, that's actually kind of sick, actually.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of sick.
If you have cards that interact with characters that have bestow, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, even like...
Because I don't think it counts until they're technically in play, which means you can't just bestow them randomly.
But I think bestow is like when they enter. I don't know. Let's look at the keyword. Let's look at bestow. Either it's like an additional cost or when they enter. Let's look. Bestow. Bestow is a keyword ability. When it enters play, you may move up to X gold. So yeah, they actually do get bestow.
That's wild.
Only fools, notably. Only fools. But still, that's kind of sick. All right, speaking of fools, we got Jingle Bell. It's a 1-cost Fool House Frey. Don't be around when Lady Stoneheart's here, Jingle
happen.
Bell. Get out of here. Eyeball. Interrupt. When Jingle Bell is killed, search your deck for a card that shares a trait with him, reveal it, and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. You know what? You can show up when Lady Stoneheart's
Yeah.
here.
Okay, this is getting fun. This is getting interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's neat. All right, we have Sweet Sleep. Otherwise known what I go to every night when I go to bed.
Yes.
It's a 0-cost terminal item. It's an attachment. Treat the printed text box of each other attachment attached to this attached character as if it was blank. Strong card.
Strong card.
Treat the printed text box of each other attachment attached to the attached character as if it was blank. That's a fun thing to
This
say.
is a way to get around Milk of Poppy.
Yep, and all the stupid stuff that you attach me on in your Martell decks.
Yep, every single one of them will get rid of it.
Yeah, it's a good card.
It's a great card.
That seems good. That seems good.
I like the idea that you're a big guy who's like, I'm too opiates to have fight.
Yeah.
And then we're just like, have a nap.
Yeah, have a little sweet sleep. We got the Higher Mysteries. This is a 3-cost event, Citadel. Reaction. After you win a challenge in which you control a participating Maester character, reveal the top card of your deck and put it into play.
Yeah, seems good.
Seems good. Seems good. A little bit awkward where you don't want to run, like, events besides this one, probably, because you want to hit everything, right? But that is still good. It's a good card. Mm-hmm. As High as Honor. This is a 1-cost House Aaron event. Marshalling action. Kneel a neutral location with printing cost 1 or higher to put a neutral card into play from your hand knelt. Then if that card has the House Aaron trait, stand it.
This is amazing.
Seems good.
This is amazing. This is not a fast card, but this is 1 gold to put
Anything.
a neutral card into play for 1 gold.
Yeah.
That's really strong.
And if it doesn't stand, that's okay, probably.
Yeah,
And if it does stand, that's even better.
yeah, this is really strong.
That's neat. All right, We Stand Together. House Frey 1 cost event. After reaction, after you win a challenge, choose and stand an attacking House Frey character. Stand each attacking House Frey character instead if it was the 3rd challenge you initiated this phase. Hey, that's like the Crossroads, the one agenda card.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, it's neat. It's neat.
I like As High as Honor better, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, just also like don't know much about House Frey. These neutral cards, I'm kind of... All right, we're on to agendas. The first one we got is a Mummer's Farce. Your deck may include non-loyal fool characters from any faction. You may marshal or play a face-down cards you control attached to fool characters if they were in your hand. Forced reaction, after a fool character you control stands, attach the top card of your deck face down to it as a weapon attachment with the text terminal. Attached character gets +1 strength. That's so funny. They're just like, we ain't no fools no more.
But also, you can marshal or play
Yeah,
face
it's like,
down
it's
cards.
just card draw again. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a scary card.
I want to build a fool deck. 'Cause it seems like a good time.
I don't want to. That does not seem like a good time.
Yeah, no thanks. Just the fools. Fools rise up.
I'm just picturing a fool being like, here's your Euron Greyjoy.
Yeah.
Don't want that.
Just you beat someone, and then it's like, it's Theon.
Yeah.
All right, we got the Many-Faced God. This is an agenda. Your plot deck cannot include kingdom cards. Reduce the cost of the first card you ambush each round by 1. Action, kneel your faction card to choose a character and a player. Until the end of the phase, that character gains each of the printed challenge icons, keywords, faction affiliations, and traits of the top character in that player's dead pile. Cool card.
This is a big flavor win.
Yeah, it's a cool card.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it. Very interesting. I'd love to try it in like a Stark deck too, where you're sacrificing or killing characters a lot.
And now we know why the Kindly Man has no traits of his own.
Is he part of the Many-Faced God?
He is, yeah.
Cool. That is neat. All right, on to the plots. Hey, look, it can fit this time. The Crone. This is a 6 gold, 0 initiative, 1 claim, scheme the 7, 4 reserve value, plot deck limit 1. Each character with printed strength 1 or lower cannot leave play. That's interesting.
That's very interesting.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
What happens if you kill someone?
And they can't leave play. I think they don't die. Unless it says they can't be saved.
But they can't leave.
Then I guess they don't.
You know what? If someone is watching who
Please help us.
Please help us. What would happen in that case? Are you just not a legal target for a military claim?
What if Valor Morghulis is played with this?
And then reveal next?
Yeah. What happens?
I don't know. We sound scared, but it's
Help
not that
us.
scary, but we sound very scared.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. I don't know enough.
That's either really strong or
Does
weird.
nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got the Father. This is a 6 gold, 0 initiative, 1 claim, 4 reserve value, plot deck limit 1, edict in the 7. Force interrupt when the dominance phase ends. Choose a unique non-army character controlled by each player, then return each of those characters to its owner's hand.
That's really good.
That is good. That's a good card.
It is.
Yeah, that's just good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good plot. All right, the Late Lord Frey. 2 gold, 4 initiative, 1 claim, 4 reserve, plot deck limit 1, House Frey, and scheme. You know what? I'm going to just say when there... No, I was going to say when there isn't one, but that's all coming up. There's a bunch in a row. So, reaction. After you initiate a challenge, put a House Frey card into play from your hand or discard pile. So, yeah, this seems great for a House Frey deck. Bad everywhere else.
Yep, I agree 100%.
Yeah, but it's a good card for that deck.
I love that Lord Frey is already dead in this event.
You don't get him. You get this plot card.
Yeah, but then you can play Lord Frey, and then he's just like the late means that he was not
showed
on
up.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we got the Maiden. This is a 6 gold, 1 initiative, 1 claim plot card, 6 reserve value, Kingdom in the 7. While the Maiden is in your used pile, increase the initiative value on your revealed plot card by 2, and the reserve value on your revealed the 7 plot cards by 2. That's a cool design. I really like the design on that card.
Yeah, I actually really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't really have much to say on that one. I just think it's good.
No, it's like
I think it's neat.
and it's also 6 gold, and it's first player, so you put that out first, and then you build off all
Honestly,
of yours.
this seems great in This seems great in just like a Raider deck.
Yeah.
In the in Greyjoy, you play it first, and then you just basically win initiative for like the rest of it.
Exactly.
Seems good.
Yeah.
All right, we got the Mother. This is a 6 gold, 4 initiative, 1 claim, 4 reserve, Summer, and the 7. Reaction: after character enters play under an opponent's control, if another character entered play under that player's control this round, draw 1 card, limit twice per round.
That's good. 6 gold, strong power. I like it.
Yeah, just kind of like it notably has 4 reserve value, so you're probably going to be losing some cards here if you draw a lot. But I think it's nice.
Yeah. I would play the Maiden, then the Mother,
And then the Crone.
then the Crone.
Yeah.
As intended.
All right, we got the Smith. 6 gold, 4 influence, 1 claim, 4 reserve, Siege in the 7, Marshal in action, kneel an attachment to choose and kneel a location. Yeah, good tech card.
Yeah.
Good tech card.
Yeah, I like it. If I was playing with more attachments, I would be all over that.
Yep. We got the Stranger. 3 gold, 0 initiative, 1 claim, 4 reserve, plot deck limit 1, the 7 in winter. When revealed, each player chooses a character they do not control, then kill each character with the same pretty cost as any of the chosen characters.
Can I just say that the reason I want to play this card with the Kindly Man is because it's also a person in a robe with a skull.
That is true.
That's
true.
just... No, this is very powerful.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. My
Yeah.
only question is, does that also then kill the original chosen character? I think it does.
Yeah, you're basically just everyone's killing a character, and then like there's
Then
just
yeah,
death.
all them 6s are going.
That's spooky. That's a spooky card.
That's a strong card.
It gives you nothing. 3 gold and 1 claim, no initiative. Like it gives you absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
All right, last card here from the Hear My Words expansion. It's the Warrior. 6 gold, 8 influence, 1 claim. The 7 in War. Plot deck limit 1, reserve value 4. And during a challenge in which you control an attacking the 7 character, raise the claim value on the Warrior by 1. Good card in the deck that wants it.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. That's neat.
I like that there's a lot of gold to be had too from the 7. There's
Yeah.
a lot of 6s, and then there's the Stranger.
All right, Eric, you know what you do now. We just have to choose the card that interests us the most.
Yes, and I'm gonna not choose things just because they have skeletons.
I think I'm going to choose... I was going to choose that one. I'll choose
sorry.
my number 2 then. I'll choose my number 2. Yeah, that one's really cool.
That one's really spicy. I have a lot of questions about how it's gonna work and how it's gonna play out, and I'd really like to see it in game.
Corn.
I'm so glad we got there.
I mean, this one also is very compelling. If I had to choose, I also like Lady Stoneheart, but the corn one has got me interested. I want to see how it can function. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would say the thing that puts Mummer's Farce ahead of me on anything else is that it's an agenda card.
Yeah.
So once it's there, it's in. That's how you're playing.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a very frightening card.
Hell yeah. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back next week to talk about the next expansion. And yeah, a huge thank you to the GOT and the DT for designing these cards and also sending the cards to us and for building the decks we're going to be playing with in the future. And if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe to our channel if you're not already subscribing. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good one. And as always, the GGs.